The cause of all the catastrophes we are seeing today is overpopulation. We are proud to unveil the only practical remedy to humanity's gravest problem. Are you ready, Doctor?
Yes, I'm ready.
Wow. That is wild, isn't it? It's just wild.
Hello, boys. I'm back. All right. WIP Wednesday is finally back. Had a week off, as you guys know. With all the craziness, real life just sometimes just messes you up. But either way, it doesn't keep me down. I am back. I'm ready to really get started today's show. I'm excited about our guest that we have today. I'm excited about the giveaway. I'm excited just to talk about toys with all of you guys. So I'm so glad you guys are here. Before we go and meet up with our creator for the Creators Corner, let us see who is here. So, of course, we have Mudhorn Station. Hey, Ian. I think I'm one of the only people that actually ever addresses that the way it's supposed to be addressed. But thank you so much. You're always amazing. I really do appreciate you being here. And we have Bjorn. But unfortunately, he's going to be joining the Repay Squad. So, yeah, for those of you guys watching later, that's cool. I appreciate you guys just as much. I'm grateful for you guys as well. Just make sure you like and comment and all that good stuff because it helps me grow. And that's what I want to do is grow real big. And we also have Star Boy Station. What's up, Joel? Good to see you, brother. So glad you could make it. I see some other people popping in. Who else we got here? We have, let's see here. You guys are chatting away. We got Joey Adams. He was on the show. I believe that was episode 60. So go and check that out after this one. That was a great episode as well. We always have great episodes. I love it when creators come on because the conversations are always so much fun. And I'm sure you guys are enjoying it. That's why you guys are turning up. So we'll continue with the chat as we go through the show because soon I'm going to be announcing the, the good stuff, the giveaway. That's why some of you guys are here, even though that's the wrong reason to be here. But anyways, let's go and grab our guest. Hey, we got Rob in the house.
How we doing, Dwayne?
I'm good, man. Like we talked backstage, so I've got a good vibe from you. Like I'm gonna have a good vibe throughout, so I'm excited about all of that. So good to have you on your show. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. Appreciate you having me on. Looking forward to it.
Well, thank you for coming on and talking about your amazing photography, which I can't wait to get on board on that because there's some really great shots in there. And you were telling me backstage that you're officially a photographer, like an amateur photographer or a professional photographer?
Amateur photographer, but a lot of, nature photography, out and about doing all that, old school, got to get that mountain, got to get that wildlife type of thing. So,
nice.
That's where it all started.
Is there a particular type of wildlife that you like to go on the hunt for? And when I say hunt, you know what I mean?
No, not really, man. I mean, you're just out in the elements. If you're out there
Right.
and you're chasing, even if you're chasing a color, you're out. And I'm in the Northwest, so I'm getting trees, I'm getting waterfalls. If I'm going to chase a blue or a green, I'm thrilled for the day. Let's make it happen.
So you're not one of those people that people have to tell you go and touch grass because you volunteer your time to go and touch grass.
Right.
I'm that guy. I'm the guy who needs to go out more. I used to love going out in nature when I could drive. I used to be able to leave the city and go and do all that stuff, like camping and all that. Unfortunately, now not being able to drive, it makes it kind of difficult. I highly doubt Uber is going to take me out to the wilderness and just leave me there. Like, come back in a few hours.
And they'll make a killing getting you out there regardless. So
yeah, exactly.
I'm a Jeep guy. I'm a hiking guy.
Oh wow, you're the serious nature guy.
Time is the only thing that gets in the way. Work and everything else is hard to get out there. But when I'm out there, I'm having fun. Big smile.
True enough.
Yeah.
I can definitely respect that. So yeah, definitely, like I said, welcome to the show. So guys, his pages, his two Instagram pages, my SW guys and my plastic people. You can go and check them out. I can't speak today. The links are in the description, so you can go and check that out. As well, the fact that if you're enjoying what you're going to see today, hit that like button and comment if you guys are watching the replays, and if you're in the chat, say a few little things. I'm sure you guys are going to be talking away anyways, so that's awesome. So I'm going to try to keep an eye on the chat as you guys are popping in, and I guess we should just get this show on the way and just have some fun. Actually, before we do that, let's do one other thing first.
Okay.
Let's do this. All right, so we got a giveaway now. The new banner on the screen, you can see what the hashtag is. It's hashtag wallet. So WALLIT. So wall it. So that's the hashtag. So for all of you guys that want to participate, Rob, you're included in that as well. If you want to, you can participate in that. Just put that hashtag in the chat. I'm going to start collecting those. And then at the end of the show, we will actually announce or choose a random winner for that. So I'm going to keep the wallet up for now, the hashtag up on the screen for now, so that way you guys know what's going on. And now enough of all that stuff out of the way. Now we can get to the fun stuff. Let's just get the show on the way with our weekly Greeblies. And now it's time for Greeblies. Greeblies.
Oh, my precious. Oh, yes, anything can be a Greebly.
Oh, yeah. So this is a time of the show where we talk about people making stuff out of junk and everyday stuff. And the stuff that I find on Instagram, you guys are like just so super talented. It's just incredible the amount of creative stuff that I see. I'm slowly getting into using Greeblies and stuff like that. But we're going to start with some of our regulars. Like, for example, David Dunn. This guy, I don't know how he does it, but he just picks up all these nicks and knacks. Like, look at all this stuff. This is
amazing.
Like, that just looks like stuff you would just throw away, right? Because he was like, oh, what am I going to do with all this? But what this guy does is he puts it all together and he starts making stuff like this. He's making himself a robot. Like, isn't that's just nuts? And I can't speak. It's an articulated robot, which is even more impressive. But you don't always see what he's trying to do at first. Like when you're putting this together, okay, I kind of see there's a robot there. I kind of see there's a figure there. But then when he paints it, and that's the other thing too, he's amazing at painting as well. He creates this. Like, this is phenomenal. And it just looks like it has an identity. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely, yeah.
You would see, I could see that in like a show or a cartoon. Like, this could be like a stop motion series with this character. I totally could see that. But that's amazing stuff. He even has a thimble as a hand, which is so friggin' cool.
No, the work is great.
Like phenomenal work. The paint work is amazing. Like, that weathering is just crazy. It actually looks like oil and stuff was leaking from the eye and from the back of the head.
I'd watch the show. I'll tell you that right now. It just looks great.
Yeah, I would too, man. It's a great looking character. So I really love it. David Dunn, great work as always. You can go and check him out on Instagram. I think it's just David Dunn in one word. If not, try David_Dunn, DUNN, and you'll won't be disappointed with the stuff that he comes up with. So here's another one of our. Actually, normally he's one in the chat, but I guess he's on his way home. But Fat Red Foo, or Foo as I call him, he came up with this little device here. So it looks like a little containment cell. And I believe he got it from like just those little containers you can, like, I guess buy like you can get like pills in and stuff like that. And he created like this little containment cell. So this is the cap for it, and that makes the bottom or the top of it. and then he added those 2 other parts to it to the glass as well. So yeah, I wish he had. I don't think he has one yet, but you can go and check him out online, Fat Red Foo, and you can go and see if he actually did put. I don't think he posted anything with that yet. I think it's something he's planning on doing, but he has created containment little cells like that are really, really cool, that are all lit up and everything. So yeah, definitely go and check him out. You will not be disappointed.
It looks like real quick. If you remember back the old Final Fantasy movies that came out, and they used to go chasing like live entities in different planets, and it looks like that containment
Yes,
is used for that. Yeah,
it totally does look like that. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Punk Goose in the house. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, it's really creative stuff. I can't wait to see when he puts that in use, because I know he's gonna add lighting and all. Like, if you guys really need to go and check out Fat Red Foo's page. So it's FATREDFU, all in one word. Go and check him out, because he's creating a Numa City, and he also does Real Dead Fish, which is his lore story, and also he does he does some posts in regards to how he put some of these things together. So like right down to the diagrams that he comes up with. Very creative. And he just recently jumped onto YouTube, so you can go and give him a follow as well. He's going to start posting builded videos and all that kind of stuff. And he's another one who uses a lot of everyday stuff or old toys, because he does a lot of thrift hunting and finds some really great stuff. So yeah, awesome stuff. And here's another guy. This guy, like David Dunn, actually everyone on here is really amazing in their own way. But this is another guy that just has an eye for picking little knickknacks and putting them together to create some amazing stuff. Now, this was something I was supposed to show way back in December before I had to go on hiatus because of my knee. But Making Hicks 6 created this amazing skiff, which looks really, really cool. He used one of those old miniature, those World War II boats when they used to storm the beach. It has the ramp that comes down. He used one of those. It was a very small scale one, but he used it for 1/18 scale by making it into like a skiff. So he added all these little knickknacks like caps and like little gear pieces, as well as I believe he also used some styrene sheets on there as well.
Yep.
Cut it all up, glued it all together. And again, you don't really notice what it could be until you put that primer on it. And once you put that primer on it, it kind of ties everything together. It kind of really gives it that nice look. And that's quite impressive. Like just the level of detail, right? Like amazing stuff. And so here's some other shots of it.
Mm.
Really, really cool. I believe we have that. There's one where you can see, now you get an idea of the scale because you can see the figure in there. But yeah, amazing stuff. Go and check him out. Making Hicks 6, all in one word. Wow. Definitely won't be disappointed. Anyone that I've so far mentioned, you will not be disappointed with their work. Also, anyone who's in the chat that also has an Instagram, go and check them out too, like Mudhorn Station. He's got some great stuff too, man. So very impressive stuff, guys. And then we have Joel, Starboy Station. I don't know why I put those pictures with that, Joel. So sorry. But he actually sent me this shelf backing that he's going to be using within his station. That's another page you guys really need to go and check out. Star_boy_station. Go and check him out. He has created this really amazing station and like a lot of really cool custom characters and vehicles and stuff. So definitely go and check that out. He's another guy that builds some amazing stuff out of everyday stuff as well. So this is a shelf back. He now added some color. So he's going to be adding it. And he was the one, I don't know if you guys could see in the background, right to the right of the picture on the right to the right of the shelf. You see that yellow wall with the X things on it? So those are like vents that you put in your ceiling to help airflow within like the tiles of your ceiling. So he told me about those, and I actually just ordered a bunch of them so I can start building my hangar bays with those. But it's like incredible stuff. So definitely go and check out his page. You won't be disappointed. He just recently built Jawa Town. which is really cool. He made these like he used cargo containers, like his own design. He has like it's all lit up all nice and stuff. So yeah, definitely go and check him out. Really cool stuff. And there it is within his station. So you can see some of the station above it. So really cool. But it doesn't do it justice when the lights are on. It's when he turns the lights off and lights up his city, then it like really comes to life. Really looks amazing. He's been on the show as well. I can't remember the episode number, but if you go back, you'll find him and you will see how awesome his station is.
It looks great. Now, I've done a similar thing with that shelving. I did the reverse side, so the front side, and I have a shot with a Clone Wars shot with cannons and such going on. And it was great for like a building backdrop. So you have kind of the windows and all that using those shelves.
So you're using it for like something like off in a distance kind of thing, like a building off in a distance. Like
so it looks like you got an urban war going on and you need to have a little bit of the building backdrop. And it just works super for that.
Nice. Yeah. That is so awesome, man. But yeah, like these guys, the stuff that they come up with, like it's inspiring. Because like a lot of people, they're like, oh, I can't make stuff that looks that good. And then a lot of the times they think, oh, I need a 3D printer and I need a laser cutter and I need all, sure, all those things do help because they're just another tool. But when you can make stuff like scratch build stuff just out of junk, then you're having a good time because now you're letting your imagination just go wild. And a lot of the times when you get so into doing that, a lot of the times you're just walking places and you'll just notice stuff. I'm like, oh, that could be a great this, or that could be a great station. It's like people you're walking with are like, what?
Yeah, what?
They don't get it.
It's garbage. Oh no, it's not.
No, it's not garbage. That's a station right there. That's a building over there. That's a hangar right there. So yeah, I have like, I'm sure like a lot of these other guys, I have like bins and drawers of stuff that's just like garbage. Like I have one drawer that right behind me here that's just pure caps. So all different types of caps from different types of containers. Yeah, and I'm like, one day I'm gonna need that one particular cap.
That's right. So that's how. It's always funny. The day you get rid of it is the day you finally realize.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
That's always how it goes, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah. Awesome stuff, guys. So thank you for all you guys that contributed. If not, I will find you. So you can either send those to my _ Pirates of the Galaxy page, or you can more efficiently send it to my WIP Wednesday Live Instagram page. Send me a message with at least 3 pictures of either the item that you would like to use as a Greebly, or the item of the item itself, plus how you use it. If you have shots of that as well, definitely take those as well. So yeah, awesome stuff. What is Joel saying here? I see him saying stuff. His wife. So he said, my wife has a good eye for Greeblies now. So yeah, you trained her well.
Well done. Nicely done.
And that's very rare where that happens. Where the significant other will be like, oh, I want to join in on this stuff and help you find all these treasures. Most of the time it's like, really? You get the eye rolls. you get the again.
The only time my wife has an eye. Yeah, my wife's eye is, that's in the way. That needs to be thrown away. That's when she sees it.
That's usually how it goes. So I guess I'm happy that I'm single, so I don't have to worry about any of that kind of stuff. But yeah, really cool stuff. But let's continue on with some more of this good stuff. Let's talk some toys and projects and stuff that we got going on. As you guys can see, those that are coming in, there's the banner saying #wallet, WALLIT. That is for the giveaway at the end of the show. So definitely go and do that. And if you haven't done it yet, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. I definitely would appreciate that. But let's continue with the show with segment number 2.
Bigger. Smaller. No, it's the one with a hole on the end that curves this way. I think I saw it once before over there in that pile near the circulators. There There you go. I always knew you were the smart one.
All right, so segment number 2, what are you working on? So I've been working on a few things, some of which you guys would have seen on my Instagram for those that follow me. Other stuff is just brand new stuff that I've been working on. And I still have a whole bunch of other stuff that I started working on, but I didn't want to take up my time because we're really here to see Rob's work, not my stuff. So next week when we have no creator, I'll dive into more of my stuff that I'm working on. But here's some of the stuff that I have going on. So I just recently ordered from Level 7 Toys. I just ordered the Space Cop, which is basically Green Lantern Hal Jordan. So I just ordered that. So I'm hopefully going to be getting that soon. And it just got the juices flowing, and I wanted to make more of the Green Lanterns. So I started making the Black Canary Green Lantern. The picture in the middle is the body that I was using. I can't remember what figure that was, but as I got done with it, I'm like, I don't like it. The articulation was all off. The paint wouldn't really adhere well to the plastic. Even though I washed it like several times, it still wouldn't adhere to it. So it kept like rubbing off. So the 2 pictures on either side of her, those are going to be a combination of what I'm going to be using to recreate her. So the one on the left is a boss fight blank figure. So it's all in black. So I'll be using her lower legs. And then the one on the right is a Marauder female Valkyrie that's all black. I'll be using the top part for that because the arms kind of look more like sleeves to a jacket. So when I put that little jacket thing over it, it'll look more like she's wearing a coat. Whereas the one in the middle, it just doesn't look like she's wearing a coat, or the sleeves are super tight because there's not a single wrinkle or anything in there, right?
Yeah,
so,
she's got the vest going. It's kind of
and that's not what the look I want to go for because it's supposed to look like this, right?
Yep.
So that's eventually the end result that I'd like to get. So that's one of the Green Lanterns that I'm working on. Then the other one, so DC not too long ago did a crossover with Planet of the Apes, where one of the Planet of the Apes, I can't remember which character it was became a Green Lantern. So I decided to recreate that using the oh my god, Fresh Monkey Fiction Head from, I think it's Major Coco is the character figure's name. So I used the head sculpt from that to recreate, and that's just a boss fight black blank body that I started to repaint. And I did that. So I have like a couple more Green Lanterns that I'm working on. I'll show those off next week. So you guys want to come back and see all of that good stuff.
Look forward to it.
So that's gonna be a lot of fun. So the logo is actually going to be the next part that I do. I do have some water slide decals that I want to put on there. So I just wanted to finish up the painting, make sure everything's stuck around, add that clear coat. Then I can look to add the water slide on there. So yeah, work in progress, but it's coming along.
Awesome.
And then these helmets, so these were from Joy Toy line. I can't remember the name of the line now. I didn't like the helmet. So the one in the middle is what the actual helmet looks like. And they just had such a weird shape that I didn't like them. You can't tell from this angle yet, because if you look at it from this angle, it's like, oh, those helmets look really cool. But when you see them from the side, they look like this helmet. So this is from a guy called CG Young _arts on Instagram. So definitely go and check him out. He does some really amazing Star Wars work, a lot of like concept drawings and stuff like that. So he created these racing helmets because recently there's that game that came out, Star Wars Racers, and he was inspired to create these helmets. I'm like, oh man, I love how this looks. It looks like a racing helmet. So then I said, you know what? This one in particular is the one that really inspired me, and I started making my own. Now I know that it looks kind of like bumpy and stuff like that. It's because of the camera. 4K sometimes this isn't good. It just shows off way too much detail. Like your eye would actually smoothen it out a lot more. So in person, it looks a lot more smooth. When I get it done, I'll take some shots with my regular camera. But yeah, so that was my inspiration. So this inspired me to create this. I'd love to get like little water slides on there, or stickers that are small enough, or even some paper that I can print out that are small enough to fit on the helmet. That would be tough. But I think I can do it. I think I do have some decals that would fit perfectly on there. But for someone who doesn't have the greatest vision, the paint's actually looking pretty good.
Real good.
That's what I've done so far.
Nice.
So here's some other angles. So that's the front side here on the left, and then the right's the back. So I obviously have some touching up that I need to do. So the way that I do that, for those of you guys who don't have the best vision, was like, how does he get such clean lines? Well, the trick is I use my cell phone. So I'll paint as close as I can to the edges, and then once I can't quite see the edges well enough, then I zoom in with my phone and I try to touch up the edges. So this was just something I was working on just before the show, so that's why it's not all clean lines yet, but it's definitely getting there. And that's creating the helmet for her. So I recently got a Haya Toys Zorana, and that bike that you see, that speeder bike, that was actually made for me by Lord of Thane. He made that for me when he was a co-host on my show, and he sent that when he was in the States. He sent that to me, and it's like, oh yes. So I started to repaint it a little bit. So the front end used to be orange, but then I changed it pink to go with Zorana and the helmet. And yeah, so I'm creating a bunch of like different racers for my world building. So I'm gonna have a whole lore behind the racing in my station and stuff like that too. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. So stay tuned to both my Instagrams and my YouTube for further updates on that. And then finally, I was inspired by the G.I. Joe Classified King Cobra that they recently released the pre-orders for. I'm like, I want a King Cobra, but I don't want 112 figures. So I decided to make my own. So what I used was the Crimson Guard from the Haya Toys line, repainted. So all the silver bits, I repainted all of those gold. Gave him that cloth goods cape it's a wired cape, so you can get some really good dynamic poses with that. And then the red hood is from I believe a 25th anniversary Cobra Commander. I believe it was just all in black with the red hood. I'm like, oh yes, that's just like chef's kiss. And it came out great. So I really like how he turned out. And his scepter is actually from the Black Series Imperial Guards. Oh, yep. So they have those are normally silver. Yep. And so I decided to repaint it gold. It actually looks like a scepter that Cobra Commander would have. All that's missing is like a ruby at the end or a cobra head at the end of it.
Nicely done, man. Nicely done.
Thank you. So if I could find one, maybe I'll add it to that as well. But now, the reason why we're all here is to talk about the good stuff. Let's talk about Rob stuff. So you have a few things you have on the go right now, like this amazing set here.
Yes, I cannot wait to get that finished up. A lot of painting left to do, a lot of touch-ups going on, but I'm going to go ahead and try to apply that to background part of my shot for some type of Tatooine setup.
Nice. And so what is that made out of?
That's a 3D printed item.
Oh, that's 3D printed. I actually thought it was wood.
Yeah, it looks like
made out of wood.
Yep. No, it totally looks like it. And again, I'm hitting some highlights. I'm sanding off some edges to kind of roughen it up a bit, just to get it a little bit more home feel. But so far, so good. I'm really liking how it's turning out.
Nice. So yeah, sorry, I just wanted to address some of the chat here. So definitely, that concept artist is really good. CG Young, go and check him out. Really cool stuff. And thank you, Joey. I believe you're talking about my stuff, unless you're talking about Rob's stuff, because I had just finished showing my stuff. So I'm guessing you're talking about what I had just created in the Cobra Commander. So thank you very much. But yeah, this is looking really good. Like the paintwork, the way that you've done it, it actually does look like wood. That's why my initial thought was like, oh, this looks like it might be like corkboard or like sanded down plywood or pine.
Yep.
But yeah, it looks really nice. So you're planning on are you going to be adding lights and stuff to it as well?
Yeah. I've definitely got some of the what do you call it, those little lantern lights that I'm going to put on the back side of it, and then kind of mess around with it from there. Just now finishing up with the painting and sanding. So now it's okay. What can we do to lighten it up a bit?
And I totally agree with you, Ian. It definitely does look better than a lot of the TVC diorama pieces. So yeah, really cool. So is this something you designed yourself, or is it an STL file you found online and you put it together?
It's a file that's sitting out there. So
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. If you guys have I have a 3D printer and I've yet to really use it. I have a small resin printer and I should use it to make like figures and stuff. I've been downloading files like crazy, but I have yet to print anything. This maybe might be the inspiration I needed to do it. It was this one image.
And even if you want to try some, even if you want to pick some stuff up, there's a site that I use, stuff_SL, and they put stuff together for really inexpensive and sell it on eBay. So if you just don't have
Nice.
time or the money to print it yourself, check those guys out. They do great work.
Yeah, and Etsy is another good place too, where a lot of people create their stuff and sell it. Some of them can be a little pricey, depending on how intricate or detailed the model is. Because sometimes if it's a really detailed model, they're going to charge you like a lot of money because it takes up a lot of time and material to create it. So keep that in mind when you're seeing some of those prices. They're not trying to rob you. They're just trying to, recoup some of that money and make a little bit of profit because obviously that's what you do business for, right? To make some money.
And if you shop around enough, you're going to find folks that really will send you the unfinished, really the raw.
Yeah,
and you get to work on it, and that, that's where the fun is. And sometimes that saves you the first steps of getting stuff done. I know we're all working 48 hours a week, so when you get something that's kind of half started, it's helpful.
Yep. And Joey agrees. He thinks your set looks really good. So he's another one who creates those really amazing comic book pages on his Instagram. And he's another guy that creates a lot of background items for his shots and stuff, kind of like what you do with your photography as well, which I can't wait to get into momentarily. But yeah, I can't wait to see this in use. And then you have these guys. I didn't know you actually did custom work on your figures.
Very little, but when I get kits like this, again, this was from Syndicate Customs Creation. The kits that he did, and his paint is just beyond amazing.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, so then when you get the kits, then you have to figure out how you're going to apply them. So right now I'm deciding, am I going to use the fin body? Am I going to do one of these two? I'm going to do pop and boil or both just to see how they come out. Some pop and boils, fit them on, do some painting to get them done up, and we'll see how they turn out.
Nice. I can't wait to see those. That's got me excited now. I want to see because I love those kits. I just want to see what it's going to look like with your shots.
For sure. And
a combination of your work and his work. I can't wait to see what that's going to look like.
It's amazing. I did get a bare bones one of these from him while he was doing the work, and I put it together. So there are a couple shots already up that have my work on it as far as painting.
Oh,
not to be compared with his amazing painting, but
I say the same thing.
Yeah, yep. Just outstanding.
I love his work, and I don't even try to dare to compare my painting skills compared to his because it doesn't even come close. But yeah, those are really exciting stuff. So I can't wait to see what that's going to look like. But let's talk about the stuff that you already established.
Talk about some photos.
And let's look at some of your photos and see some of your amazing work and some of your amazing creations as well. Because your imagination obviously goes wild with a lot of these shots. And I only recently discovered your work, and it was just by chance. It came up in my feed. I'm like, oh wow. And then when I reached out to you, that's when you said, oh, I have another page.
Right.
Like, what? Oh wow. Yeah. And then I was like, same thing. Oh wow, every shot. So awesome stuff. So hey, let's dive into some of your stuff. So we're going to be going through both of your pages. I believe I started with my plastic people first.
Okay.
And then we'll go into your other page, my SW guys. Again, if you're not familiar with his pages, in the description are both of his links, so you can go click on those and give him a follow if you don't already do that. And if you don't, what are you waiting for? So before we dive into your actual photography work, I saw this and I was reading up on what that was. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what this is?
So this is a display that I put together for a local school in the neighborhood. And this was right as Mando was coming out, the Mando and Grogu movie. And Hasbro just released the 3.75 running, whatever you want to call it. I don't remember the title right off the bat. So we went out to the library and threw this together in one of their display cases. And I was quite happy. It came out pretty well.
That pretty well. It came out awesome, dude. What are you talking about? Like, that looks awesome. That almost looks like, when you're watching those behind the scenes stuff, like when they're doing like the little maquettes, the stop motion. That's what that looks like to me. It's like we're on set looking at them setting up a shot to do some stop motion. That's what that reminded me of when I saw this. But that's awesome. Like, how did you manage to get involved with that? Because you said it was for a local school, right?
Sure. I work for the school district, so I had a little bit of inside deal, and I have one of the folks that worked in the library at the time that gave me a window to do what I wanted, and I was like, all right, let's make this happen. Now, funny thing is the AT-AT walker that's in there, that's actually the popcorn one that you would get if you wanted to buy for it during the movie. And you can, if you look right in the very side, you can see the logo still sticking out there. But
I didn't even notice. I thought it was like this one of those regular AT-ATs.
No, it's the popcorn one, which, for what it is, it works out really well.
Yeah, it's like, I'm guessing it's a lot smaller than an actual AT-AT. So, but that just looks really cool. The scaling is really nice. The weathering and the painting and all of it's just awesome, man. You did a great job on that.
So fun to put together.
That's when you know you're really enjoying your stuff, is when you have fun doing it.
Correct.
Most of the time these days, people just don't have fun doing it. Like, even I have time sometimes where it's tough for me to get motivated because it's starting to feel like work.
Yep.
As opposed to like the writing part that I could do all day. I love writing the lore and stuff. And sometimes I get into the whole custom part. I love playing with my toys.
Yep.
For me, it's just setting up the pictures and all that. Especially when you start to set up that one figure, it drops right when you're about to click the button and he drops. I'm like, no.
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
That kind of stuff just frustrates me. And I'm one of those people, I'm easily frustrated. But yeah, this looks amazing. Can't wait to dive into this stuff.
There you go.
Like, this shot is just crazy. Like, this was like one that you had sent me that you wanted to talk about in particular. Yeah. What in particular about this did you want to talk about? Like, because all your shots are awesome, but I'm guessing you have a story you want to tell about this particular picture.
Well, to a degree, it's really just finding the thrill of playing with depth of field. To me, out of all my shots, that's the thing that, if you have a figure that's from 1970, but you still want him in the shot, well, if you just said, f-stop a little bit, you can put him in there. Right. And this was one of the ones that was my really first shot of the action figure photography that really kind of hit the essence of what I like to capture. And
right, because you have all three different layers, like the foreground, the middle ground, and the background.
Yep.
You have it all in the one shot. It just looks awesome. I love how you really captured those two guys in particular, which is who you wanted us to focus on. Correct. You can tell there's there's a story going on here. Something's about to go down, because I could see someone in the background back there.
Right, and it goes back. Now, I try to, in some of my shots, I throw some stories in there to kind of let you know what my mind's thinking. But I also, at the same time, it's definitely, I like to get the feedback as far as, what people are thinking, what's going on. My shots or my setup, I always want to make sure that I have, really quality music that gets the feel.
Yeah, that's important. I'm so glad when Instagram introduced the whole music thing.
For sure.
Sometimes people just choose the wrong music and it takes you out of the shot completely. But the ones that especially like, it's usually the older people that know, because they have a wider range of music that they would have listened to and or be able to choose from, because they would have heard it in like other movies or stuff like that. And it's like, for me, the right music is so important, because a lot of the times too, if people, because I try to repost people's work, like to share their stuff, and if they don't have music, I try to find the right song to capture what I think is the essence of that shot, right? So but phenomenal stuff.
When you do these, or at least when I'm doing them, I try to give myself a window of time, because I have a wife, I have things that I have to get going, and that's where I'll get into trouble. It's not posting the picture; it's the amount of time that I'm surfing through the music to apply it to what I have. That's where I get in trouble.
It takes a lot of work to put all this stuff together. But the music is just like that tie into the rest of all the stuff that you put in. So it's almost like it complements all the hard work you put in prior to that. So here's another great shot. I love this shot.
Thank you.
These guys looks like they're on patrol in the middle of the night kind of thing.
Yep.
And so I'm seeing some post work here as well, for like headlights, right? Because I'm guessing those headlights don't really light up like that.
They do not, and that was my first attempt at doing this. So this
And
was
that's awesome. That's your
oh
first
my gosh,
attempt.
it was a lot of work. It was a lot of different lightings, some adjustments. Just getting it right. I would have it where the light was going up or to the side, or even
Right.
trying to have like a little bit of a flare inside of it. And finally, this particular setting worked great, and I'm thrilled with the outcome.
We have a quick question here. I think I know the answer, but I'll let you answer it, Rob. So,
Sure.
Ian is asking, what figures are these?
Yeah, those are the. Oh man. Actually, you can answer that. I can't. It's
To
escaping
me,
right
those look like the Joy Toy World
There it
War
is.
II
Yep.
figures.
Yep.
World War II figures.
World War II. Yep.
I have two. I recently bought two of them because I want to recreate the World War II Wolverine and Captain America.
Yep.
So I still haven't posted those yet. I'm still working on those. You guys know me. It takes me forever to get anything done. But yeah, I thought they look really cool. Marauders also has some great figures. I don't know because you're in UK, Ian. I don't know if they ship out to the UK anymore. They may have changed that now, but I think they were having issues with some of the fees that are required, and they stopped sending out there. So double check and see. So Marauder Gunrunners.
Yep.
I think it's maraudergunrunners.com. Check them out. See if they do ship out to the UK.
And they just rolled out some new figures too. So
yes, the Vietnam guys.
Yes, so great.
And Rambo. I need to get that. Right now, my wallet is screaming because those are coming out soon.
Yep.
Unless of course you're one of the people that bought into it when they're doing the Kickstarter, then of course you're getting those now.
Right.
But the Rambo figure looks really awesome. Those Vietnam guys look really cool. Like the detail. What I like about Marauders is their details improving now.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Before it was just very generic figures, but now they're like really getting there with the details and stuff.
Yep.
And then on top of that, Boss Fight just released. They're going to be releasing a pre-order soon for their new Cosmic stuff, which I've been waiting like a decade for that stuff to come out, and they're finally hitting us with some of those. So I'm kind of excited for that.
Yep.
And then there's another line that's Devil's, I think it's Devil's Bargain Toys. I think that's what they're called. They have another bunch of figures that are coming out. So my wallet right now is like just hurting. And then I just recently started diving down another rabbit hole. So Acid Rain World, I never used to like those figures.
Right.
But recently I saw a couple that I really liked and they were at a great price. So I jumped on it. And then they came out with, there's a pre-order out now that's coming out in October for a sniper called Sophia, and it actually looks like Timbo Toys' mom, according to Star Voice Station. He says it looks like Timbo's mom, so I had to get one of those because she just looks awesome. But anyways, we're not here to talk about the toys I want to get. We're here to talk about the toys we're looking at right now.
Here they are.
These are really cool. So these are more of the Joy Toy figures.
Correct. And I'm a big fan of head swapping. So you might, all the characters are going to look different because, I put this and that together. And this one came out. I just love the bearded guy with,
Yeah. And what I like too about some of the Joy Toy, there are not too many of them, but there's the ones where the guy like screaming.
Right. Yeah.
Especially when you want to get like a shot where like someone's panicking or screaming or yelling or something. Correct. You have that one head where you can do that with the Joy Toy figures. So really cool stuff. And I like the little map. Did you make that, or is that like?
No, that came with one of the 25th century. The tank, I believe it was. It came with that.
Okay.
Oh, it's outstanding, and it's a really nice hard plastic, so you can apply it to sit down while you're looking at shots, or to hold on to it, and it holds up very well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm with you, Ian. My wallet's in the same place. Exact same, and my credit cards are like, oh gosh, we're close to max because I keep buying more stuff.
Did you jump on that Battlestar Galactica stuff that's rolling out?
I did.
So
the only thing I didn't pre-order, and I still might get one if they're available, is the Viper.
Yeah.
Just because I thought it was a little pricey.
It is pricey.
And I could see that there are some places on Etsy where they're offering ships. They don't have the lights and all that kind of stuff. But they're a lot cheaper, but they're still kind of pricey too. And I'm like, maybe I should just fork out the money and just get one. So at least that way, because with Big Bad Toy Store, if you get the Viper, you get Boomer.
Yes, right.
Right. So, and that's the one figure I didn't pre-order because I ordered everything from Big Bag Toy Store, so that way I could pay later. Because if I went directly to Factory Entertainment, I would have to pay up front, and I just didn't have that money yet.
It's tough.
I had a whole bunch of other pre-orders coming in because I order a lot of my stuff overseas, like Joy Toy, those kind of things. And a lot of those sites, you have to pay up front, right?
Correct. Yep.
Especially if you want certain figures, because Big Bad Toy Store doesn't get them all. And sometimes they're a little pricier. So either way, it's a give and take. So it depends on what money I have when.
Yep.
That all factors into my decision making on toy buying.
Well, I guess I felt like I was super rich because I picked up 2 Vipers, and I'm regretting it maybe, but I know once it's on the table.
No, once you have that in front of you, you can be like, it's priceless, right? When you have it in front of you, that's when it becomes priceless. Like I got the Haya Toys APC from Aliens. And everyone's like, why are you paying close to $200 for that? I'm like, but it looks so good. And then when I got it in person, I'm like, oh yes, I'm so glad I bought it because now it's so much more.
It is
to buy it. Although nowadays you can just 3D print anything you want, especially with Gembody, I think is the name of the site. They have just about any vehicle, any IP you can think of. They have a file for it.
Interesting. I've not seen that yet.
So here's another shot, another great. So I kind of stuck each time I go through your shots, I kind of stick with the certain themes together, so that way it kind of flows all the same. But I love this. This is like boys, this chilling out before shit's about to go down. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And again, this is me trying out some more depth of field. I just picked up the tank, so I wanted to see how that looked in the shot. And I had just finished painting. Now, those are the old 3.75 G.I. Joe from way back in the day, the sandbag up front. So I just finished painting those to kind of bring them to a more modern look. And so I wanted to throw it all together, and it came out really well.
Yeah, like these guys are saying, Brian from Outer Multiverse, thanks for joining us today, brother. He thought those were great shots. Ian also agrees. These are like some really great shots.
Thanks so much.
And what I like too is like what you were talking about earlier about using the depth of field, where your eye is always wandering. And like another person, that one of the other guests that I had on before, Joey, he does the same kind of thing, where he has something in the foreground, middle ground, and in the background, just so your eye is always curious as to what's going on in the shot, which is what a real picture's like, right?
Correct. Right. Absolutely.
But yeah, you did a phenomenal job. The lighting's really good as well. Now, do you use what is that stuff, like either a smoke machine or that atmospheric spray at all?
I do a little bit. I have a couple different things. So I picked up when it was on a GoFundMe, the Smoke Ninja. So I picked that up, and I think that's outstanding for some of the shots that I do. And then, I ordered a whole case of aerosol. And so that's constantly going in my shots just to see. It just helps with that atmosphere to give it a little bit of a breakdown. It gives you, like, if you're using old film and you would have more of that grainy element to it. So even if it's not an actual smoke, but it just gives it that more natural feel in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And yes, Joel, I totally agree. I love World War II stuff as well. Like it's just so obviously we all agree because we're all like, all of our jaws are dropping with these shots because they're just like really great shots. Here's another one. I love these the next two. So this one and the next one.
Okay.
These are probably my favorite one of your World War II pictures. Actually, there's another one aside from that too, which of course I collected. So, but yeah, this is awesome, and I love how you're getting now the other side. Correct. Of the war. So the enemy now, the enemy. I want to say I put it in quotations because some people would not agree, but they're enemies. Yeah. But this is a really cool shot. So are all of these 1/18 scale stuff, or are you doing forced perspective again?
No, the majority of my work is 1/18 or 3.75. It's 3.75. I'm the big TVC guy. I won't do black series, all that kind of stuff. So if I have the opportunity, it's going to be 1/18 or 3.75.
Okay.
That said,
that's the best for world building.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
It's the best size for world building because you can collect more stuff. Because if you have
Right.
stuff at 112, imagine a plane for a
Ye-
112 figure.
Yes.
How
Yep.
much space that would take up in your place. Nothing wrong with people who love to collect that stuff. I have nothing
Oh,
against.
all day long.
I don't scale shame here.
Nope.
I used to collect. I still have bins of 112 stuff. I even have some Black Series, the older stuff. I don't have any of the new
Sure.
stuff. Now it's primarily just 118 scale,
Yep.
unless I see like a robot or I see like a figure that could be a creature.
Yep.
That's 112. Then I'll buy it because then it kind of ties into what I try to do. But yeah, the world building for me, anyways, is 118 scale.
Absolutely. Yep. And,
But yeah,
and here you go.
fantastic
This is
shots.
here you got a little bit of a mix of stuff. So you have again the old GI Joe that I painted up and redid as far as the lookout tower, and then
Oh, that's why it looked familiar.
yep.
Okay.
So that's what that one is, and then back to 25th Century Toys and their tanks, their airplanes, their
Yeah,
product is amazing.
I totally missed out when those things came out because now to try to buy those things, it's a fortune.
It really is. Yeah.
But because I didn't even know about them until like I started seeing like people's videos on YouTube or like
Yeah.
seeing your shots. Because then I would always like Google Lens the shot. I'm like, oh, I want that plane. And then I go and I see it's like, yeah, I'm not paying $300
Nah,
for that.
no,
It's
no.
like it's beautiful, but it's not worth $300 because you would have gotten it obviously at the time when
Yeah.
they were first coming out and they were inexpensive. Well, not inexpensive, but you know what I mean. Definitely a lot cheaper than what
Were
they are now.
inexpensive. They were so inexpensive back in the day when they rolled out.
Yeah,
and
for
now
sure.
it's just nuts. Now I don't know if you have the one I have with the helicopter, but I did buy that recent. I threw a ton of money on that.
I could imagine. Every
Yeah.
now and again, you'll fork out a little bit for that one item that you really,
Yeah.
really want to get. But in most cases, we try to be budget savvy.
Correct.
But yeah, Ian, I'm like with you right there, man. Robots, monsters, creatures, 112 scale. That's when I make the exceptions. Or unless it's like, because there are certain 112 scale characters that I collect. I haven't really got anything recently. Like Iron Man, I collect those in 112.
Sure.
Some of the X-Men I collect in 112. Spider-Man, I also, because they don't really have too many alternatives for 118 scale for those figures.
Yep.
And if they do, they don't have the posability
Yep.
like some of the 112 stuff. But I do have a few Spider-Man in 118 because Marvel Universe had a few of those.
And there's some amazing 112 photographers. They do outstanding stuff. They have to build their own scenes,
Yep.
extra work that goes in with that. Again, not shaming whatsoever. But to me, it's a different collection. That's almost a shelf
Exactly.
collector. They got the big glass
Yeah,
shelf.
exactly.
Right.
Whereas every now and again you'll pull a few off the shelf and take a shot, right?
Yep.
Like I have a 112 scale page I haven't touched in years called Action Figure Action. And that's primarily just 112 scale stuff. And yeah,
Yep.
like some of the shots I was getting were really cool, but yeah, it just takes up space.
It really does. Yep.
So here's another shot from the other side of the war. So
Correct.
this
We're in
is
the
like
Pacific.
really nice, man.
Isn't that fun?
Like I can tell this is now they're in the Pacific because, like you were saying, I
Yep.
can see the palm trees in the background and stuff like that. So that's what I mean. It's little details like that help tell the story as well. Because now I was like, okay, they're not in Germany because I see palm trees in the background, right?
No,
So-
this inspired by the old show Black Sheep Squadron.
Oh, okay.
And these planes are just, again, my family's Navy, so all this kind of just hits home to me. And when I was
Nice.
able to get access to this plane, first thing I had to do was put it in front of the camera.
Oh, for sure, man. Is that another one of those? What's the name of the line again?
Oh yeah, 25th Century. And there's
Yes.
another add-on name. I don't remember the second name. I thought I had it written down. I don't, but it's all the same. It's the same figure. They just had a different. I think another company bought them out after a while, so
Right.
you'll find them in two different names.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah,
So yeah,
Black Sheep does rule. It was a great.
Yes,
show.
it does.
Yep.
I can always rely on Joel for knowing these shows because he's up there with us in
So good.
experience. I say experience. I don't want to say age, but in experience.
It works.
But here's okay. Now we're getting into the new IP here, so we're diving
Correct.
into your Indiana Jones stuff now.
Yeah.
again, the lighting is just superb. Like this, actually, when I first saw it, I thought, okay, this has to be with that 112 figure. But after you told me you primarily just take 118 scale, I'm very impressed with this because
Well, we're gonna roll it back.
shot.
This is the 112.
Okay,
This is my bugaboo. Yep.
I knew I was right, but when you said 118 earlier, I thought like, oh, okay, he does 118. This is awesome. I go, but that Indiana Jones looks too good to be 118.
Yeah, the 118 Indiana Jones. It is just old enough that I can't do the face sculpt. You know, it's just like I need
just
a little bit more.
off.
Yeah, it really is. And
now, if the hat was removable, we could have used a modern day Han Solo and just stuck the hat on him. But unfortunately, we don't have that option. So
no, this was the whole set that they sold with the statue and everything with it, and I just wanted to see what I can do with it. So, and this is new to me. I just recently, because you can kind of buy these on the third out in eBay or whatever for next to nothing. They're a reasonable price. So I bought the whole collection, and
why not?
Been having fun with it.
So that's what, like, for me, like specific characters I will collect in 112. Like I was actually gonna dive into the whole Indiana Jones thing because I had some of the Indiana Jones 118 scale figures, and you're right, the head sculpt just doesn't cut it, and the articulation's just bad enough for me not to really want to collect too many more, but they just look so good.
Right.
But yeah, this is awesome though. It's a great shot. It actually looks like the scene in the movie itself. The only thing missing is him running from that big, massive boulder.
For sure, yeah.
But so far, I'm glad I started with my plastic people because I knew that Joel was gonna love the stuff that we're showcasing here. Because we picked two of his favorites, World War II and Indiana Jones, of course, because it kind of takes place at the same time.
Yep.
But yeah, awesome stuff, man. Like this shot's really cool. Here's another great shot.
Yeah.
Now, did you build the background and all that stuff, or is that in front of a screen or something?
No, I put together the rockery part. You know, that was some foam and some paint and some of the Vallejo ground effects that they have to put that together. But
what?
But
nice.
the table and all that.
Yeah,
that comes with the figures. You buy these figures, you put the pieces together, and now you have the table.
That is insane, man. I kind of feel like I should dive into that.
Yeah, that is so why I ended up chasing them, because they come with, I mean, it's like old school figures where you got pieces after you built it up. You got this high quality table. It's outstanding. And that's, they have other items too that come with it. You get the arc that you can put together by buying enough figures.
And Joel just mentioned that they're coming out with the 112 German soldier soon.
Oh man!
So now you're gonna have to spend more money, brother, and buy more stuff, more shots. Here's another fantastic shot. I just love your setup, man. Like the lighting's really great. Like the whole perspective, like using the depth of field, like that's really awesome. But I just love the shots because they're telling a story every time. Like the story is like, it's just, you don't even need to do a little caption for it because you just look at this picture. It's like, oh yeah, I want to see what's going to happen next. You're like anticipating the next scene to come right after this shot. But yeah,
and you kind of hitting it right on the head there. That for me, that's like, there are many absolutely outstanding photographers out there that have a lot of the shooting back and forth and the laser shots and a lot of my stuff, I want the shot that's telling the story that happened right after something or
before something's about to go down. You know,
Yeah,
it's like the calm before the storm kind of thing.
Yes,
but awesome stuff. Because this is just about the point where the climax is about to happen.
Correct.
So the next scene after this is when shit goes down.
Right, the mummy pops out or whatever happens.
The mummy pops out or the Germans walk in on him, something like that's about to happen, right?
Yep.
So I love the setup for these shots. So now we're diving into a little bit of the Vietnam stuff.
Correct, and there's your Marauders figures.
So these are Marauders, and this is prior to the newer stuff they have.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
But again, another fantastic stuff. You can tell the helicopters is a little bit too small, but just a little bit.
Correct. Yeah. I don't know if you probably can't, but it's over there on the table, and it's a little bit for what you get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So worth it.
Oh yeah, like that's a fantastic shot right there. And I
Yeah.
love how there's so much activity going on, like the guy in the foreground pointing, and there's the guys in the background, looks like they're getting their gear ready. Then these guys look like they just got there. So yeah, like this really cool stuff, man.
And again, you mix that with the music, and it just kind of comes together.
Yeah, exactly. Now this
Right?
one out of all your shots, this one's my absolute favorite shot. Like I can look at this all day. Like this to me looks like it's an actual photograph.
Yep. And you know what? It was an accident. It was a shutter
Those
shot.
are usually the ones that are the ones that look the best, right? Or
So
the
true,
actual
right?
shots.
Yep. No, I had actually hit the release on the shot, and I was just getting ready to go adjust the light, and
Right.
it went off, and I looked down, and I'm just like, oh, holy
Oh,
smokes!
don't need to now.
No.
This is good enough. But yeah, phenomenal stuff. I love how this shot came out. It's just like absolutely perfect. And so yeah, we're diving into different.
Yeah.
Now we're kind of like jumping around to some of the different
Yep.
IPs.
Yep.
So I see you have the Hayatory Star Trek guys.
Right.
I have a few of them too. I didn't buy as actually. You have looks like you have the whole crew with
Pretty much.
maybe a couple of extras, but
Right. And whatever's not there, I just ordered, so they're coming.
nice. So yeah, and I see that they're fighting a predator. It
Why
looks like.
wouldn't you be, right?
Like
I
that's
mean-
like just so awesome. I love how you use the predator, and what I love about how you use the predator is you use them in different eras, which is
Correct.
really really cool stuff. So there's the predator there. So here's
Yep.
this is awesome. That ship in the background,
Yep.
that's not 118.
It is 118.
Are you kidding? Where'd you get
Yeah,
that?
That is old. Gosh, I can't remember who made it at the time. Maybe it's not 118. If you, I think you might be right. It might be designed for a little bit bigger scale.
Mhm.
A little bit, yeah, but it fits a 118 better than the figures that it came with.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
to me like when I first saw, I'm like, "There's no way that's
Hold
118."
on.
Because if there is,
Sure.
I've got to find it.
I got it right back here. I'll just grab it real quick while we're talking. It is so great because the back end of it opens up and you can have people coming out of it, and it's just a perfect size. Here, one more second.
Yes, Ian, I completely agree, brother.
I hate walking off the screen like that. Apologies, but yeah.
It's all
So
good. I actually still have the slide up, so now I'll bring you in.
sure. So here it is, right
Oh wow. Yeah, so it's
And-
slightly smaller than 118 scale.
there. Yep.
That looks
But,
like it's
you know,
maybe more 124th scale.
Back opens up, and
That
it's,
is so cool. Kind of like the next generation shuttle.
yeah, absolutely. Yep.
I have one here that I actually started to, but this one was designed more for. Hold on, let me jump into my camera.
Sure.
This is actually I'm recreating this into another ship, but this is that's the
Yeah.
118 one.
Yep. I have that exact one, same place.
So yeah, I have another one coming, so that's why I decided to like gut this one and recreate it. So this is gonna be
Yep.
like an emergency shuttle, like a rescue shuttle.
Yep.
So I have lights and all. I got these RC lights for it and everything. So can't
Great ships for their time. Really.
yeah,
cool.
exactly. And those are a little bit larger than 118 because those were designed for the 5-inch scale. Figures.
Yep. That's
The
it.
Playmates figures that came out that were slightly bigger than the 118. Yeah, there you
Right.
go. Ian knows what we're talking about.
Attaboy.
The Playmates one. So yeah, definitely a little bit bigger, but still worth it. So
And then I think it's the old Super 7 O'Hara way in the back there. And
yes,
Yep. And she's 5 POA if that. But again, here you go, depth of field. You make it a little bit blurry, and she looks great back there.
well, I just recently got that because I got it to go with these guys because they never came out with the Uhura for this line, and I'm like, why did you not come out with that character?
Right.
Maybe they didn't get the license for her likeness or whatever, but still, they could have made a generic one or even just a generic female figure. So
No,
I
it's a big
initially bought an extra Scotty. So
Yep.
that I could cut him up and customize, but his shirt was too small. The way it's put together wouldn't work. So then I said, let me go and order the smaller the other line that came out with the Hura.
Yep.
She's too small. Like I did a video. If you go and check it out later, there's a video on my channel where I show her side by side with them, and she's just so tiny.
Too small.
But then I seen someone in the Premium 1/18 scale Facebook group who used that and combined it with some boss fight parts, like legs and stuff, to make her taller. So I'm gonna try to do that because I tried to create my own using Planet Green Valley dresses, but the dresses the paint doesn't adhere to it. So it just kept chipping off. So I couldn't use that. And then I was going to use boss fight parts to create the body. So now I'm going to see if I can combine the two, at least have the torso part. So it matches the rest of these guys, but then put the other body parts, see if that works. I love this. Another great shot.
Thank you.
So again, the rocks and all that stuff that you have in the background, you built all that stuff?
No, I wish I could be that proud. That is my TV monitor that I have back there.
Oh, okay. So that was a combination of the TV and stuff. But again, it's done so well that it looks like you actually built it. That's really cool. So awesome stuff. It's not even like Photoshop. It's actually physically right behind. It's right behind it. Which is really cool.
So I have a TV monitor, and then I have a larger iPad that I will use behind different items to
because then you get a nice smooth background.
Correct.
That's why I can sometimes use my 4K TV because again, the imagery is smooth enough that you don't see the resolution lines in the shot, right? Depending on like what f-stop you have to use. But here's a great crossover IP.
Crossover, right?
So you have Luke fighting against the bugs. A good bug's a dead bug.
Oh
right?
my god, for sure. Now I have to say, this is a friend of mine from work. He inspired me on this. He is such a Starship Troopers fan, and he was just like, I need the crossover. I need to see what it looks like. So I pulled these out of my son's old toy closet, and it was fun. It came out really well. I was really happy.
These things are so hard to find at a good price.
Yeah,
they are so incredibly expensive. Like just one of those alone, I think I saw for like $100 US. I'm like, no. For me as a Canadian, that's like $150, right? So it's
it's hard. And these are two different scales. So you have the larger one that was out there, and in the back that was when they had the Micro Machines one. So
okay, so that's the much smaller one, but again, you use perspective to make it look like it's another massive one coming towards them. But I love this shot though, with Luke about to slice them. They don't have a chance. He doesn't even have to use his lightsaber. They don't have a chance.
No,
but that's still an awesome shot. I'd love to see them against the Mandalorians.
Oh yes, yep.
There's an idea for a shot for you. Get some Mandalorians to fight those guys.
Challenge on, I'll take it.
Now you don't stick to one era. You decide, hey, let me time travel and go back. So now these look like Joy Toy Roman figures. So great line figures. They were really, really good. I have a few of the gladiators that I'm converting into making other figures with them. Half the time, the stuff that I buy, I never keep them as they are. I always end up customizing them to like specific characters that I want. But that's a great shot though. Like so much going on in this shot. It's like, oh my god, I'd hate to be that guy.
and it started off with 3 figures, and I'm like, no, I need to add one more. No, I need to put. And next thing you know, here we are. And they're so posable, and they're so easy to work with that.
And they can get in such really good dynamic poses too. Like you can get them in some crazy crunches. There's some gappage, but not too much. Now they have butterfly joints as well, so you can kind of get them into like really holding their swords properly and stuff like that. So really cool stuff. Love how that came out.
Appreciate it.
And here's some other old era stuff.
Correct. Yep. And these are my very first Joy toys that I've ever bought.
These are really cool ones. So I only have like one. No, I don't have the old guy, but I have the two. I bought 2 of the younger guy who has like the owl.
Yep.
I got it on sale, so I said, let me buy a couple of those, and I'll use them for other stuff in my Star Wars world. And then I got one of the female. But the one that I wanted was the one that she's dressed in like black or dark brown. That's the one I wanted, but the one I ended up getting was the one that's in blue and red.
Yep.
So not quite as nice. Like still a great figure, but not
Sure.
quite as. I ended up taking her apart anyways. But yeah, like these shots are just amazing. So here I see you've done some post work.
Correct. Yep. This was my first attempt with the. So I'm using the what is it? The glare. It's a headlight glare.
Yeah.
And that's what I used as far as a special effect for their fire, just to see how it turned out.
And then you added some sparks in there as well.
A little bit in there, yeah. On top of that, and then again with the smoke as well. Now the smoke, that's your smoke ninja right there.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
See, I
So
probably
really
would
like
have.
to try
I
to-
probably just would have added all that in Photoshop, like the smoke and all that, because I bought like the smoke pack.
Yep.
Where you can has different types of like smoke shapes, and you can obviously change the density of it, the
I
opacity.
like
rather.
to use the two together.
Yeah,
and that's how it works for me. So I'll have the practical on there, but then if you use the smoke like on the very front, it'll pull it together. The
Right.
special effects, yeah. So that's
because then it makes it harder for your eye to realize, okay, what's post and what's
Correct.
actually practical, right? So
and as we all know, we really want to try to, as much as we can do the photograph as is, and then the post should just be that little bump. And for me, it's just like that. I can't create a lightsaber; it has to be in post. But as much as I can in the shot, I try to do naturally.
yeah, most of the time I'm like the same way, except for like the odd time where I'll change a lot of stuff is the background. If I can't build the set,
Yep.
or if I see an image of a set that I really like, I'll use that set, but the rest of it will be like all from the shot itself, right?
Yep.
But yeah, cool stuff. Again, still jumping around. It's like we're time traveling right now.
For sure, right?
So here's a Western one. What line of figure is that? Is that
What is that? Kentucky Fried Toys, or it's?
I was about to ask. Yeah, is
yeah,
that what that is? Because
it is.
It kind of looks like it is.
And oh my, I have just a handful of these guys. When they first started rolling out, I was thrilled with it. I was, kind of hoping maybe they would branch out over to a little bit of movie characters and whatnot. And they're doing that now. But when I first started buying it, they didn't have any.
The only figure that I have from Dime Novel is the they made a Cops figure, Sundown.
Okay.
Character's name. I ended up getting that last year at Joe Fest. I ended up repainting him anyway. I never keep my figures the way, because I'm not one of those collectors. I want them to look exactly like how I got them, or keep them in the package. It's like, no. A lot of the times if I buy the figure, I'm usually thinking about how I'm going to add them to my story, what changes I'm going to need to be able to do the world building with them. So like a lot of the times, and that's part of the fun of collecting for me, right? Not just buying it just so I could say, I have that guy. It's like, no. It's like that guy's going to be someone else.
and I have a story to tell, and I need to put that out.
Exactly.
Yep.
And here we're time traveling again. We're back to World War II, but this time the Marvel side of World War II, which is really cool. I love that.
Can you mix
Red
it even
Skull
more?
In the shot.
So we have Marvel, we have Joy Toy, we have G.I. Joe, and they came together again really.
The toys I grew up with.
Oh my gosh, right?
Really cool. And that's another thing too. I had a Red Skull, but I ended up taking a skull and using it to make another figure. So I ended up making a ghoul from Fallout.
Okay.
With the Red Skull head, just repainted it like a light, like more a pinkish color.
Yep.
And I made two. I used two of the Red Skull. I made a female and a male ghoul. And I'm like, should I have done that? But then when I look at the Marvel Universe Red Skull, he's pretty easy to find and usually at decent prices. So I'm like, okay, if ever I really need a Red Skull, I can always fall back on that.
And when I first picked him up way back in the day, my thought was to create a Sith character with him. So I was going to pop that head off, and I was going to do some Star Wars, and he's just always been sitting in that drawer of to be done. And
here you go.
And then when I finally started putting this together, I'm like, oh no. And even with some of the stuff in there, I think some of it's the Muppet stuff as far as the science.
Oh, don't worry, we're getting into that.
Sure, we'll talk that.
We'll get into that. But when I first saw this shot, even though it's not what he's saying, the one line that came up in my head was like, "You are failing." he's yelling that. That's what I pictured him.
I love that
in this shot. But yeah, really cool stuff. I like what I've seen there. And now here's some other cool stuff. So now we're diving into video game world.
Correct.
And we're diving into Halo.
Yep.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing here. Again, what really draws me into your pictures is how you include the background
Thank
in
you.
your shots, because your eyes constantly wandering around, looking at all the different things.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, is that a guy coming up behind him? Is that, you know what I mean? So it's really, really cool stuff. And
I try to do the theatrical, just to tell that story, and that's with all of them. And this is a 100% dig through the toy box, and here's some figures I found. Let's put them in front of the camera.
And you can tell that you when you get shots like this, that you're really getting into what you're doing, because of the fact that it's like, oh, I want to go and dig up my old figures that have been collecting dust all this time.
Yep.
Now that I have all this confidence and knowledge, I want to do more shots.
Correct.
With stuff like this, right?
Well, and a lot of this, again, with the action figures, a lot of these are my son's old toys, and that's how I got the title of the other page, My Star Wars Guys. Is he was looking at a picture and he goes, "Dad, are those my Star Wars guys?" And
nice.
So that's kind of how all that played together.
That's really cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Here's another Halo shot. Really cool. I love how this looks like this is the aftermath of this.
Right.
This was like that. This happened after. Okay, we just kicked ass. Now let's get to the next area of operations.
And again, not superposable figures, but boy, the quality on those.
The quality of the sculpt's really good. Sometimes the paint app's really good as well. Yep. And again, especially if you're doing a lot of photography, you're not necessarily playing with them. Correct. You just really need to get them in that one particular pose, especially like the officers and stuff.
Yep.
You only really need them to point and stuff like that anyway.
Nope. Right, exactly. And these, especially these are like you're holding your breath as you bend that arm and hoping that it doesn't pop off.
Yeah. For sure. Or that he doesn't fall over right when you're about to snap the shot.
Correct.
Which drives me nuts. So now we're diving into some of the Predator stuff. So this is what I was talking about earlier, about how you have the Predator diving into different eras.
Yep.
Here he is in World War II, about to just kick ass.
Yes.
Like, these guys don't have a chance. They're dead. They're dead. They are so dead.
And this, even the whole idea that, they were just probably coming off a mission and he was hiding out waiting for him to come back. And that's it.
Exactly.
And again, here you go with, we just don't have time to do every story we want to tell.
Right.
And so I would love to do
shot.
I would love to do a whole lot more with this stuff, and it just keeps going on the back burner.
You'll get there eventually. But here's another one. Again, time jumping. Now he's fighting cowboys.
Yeah.
And these guys are so dead too. They don't have a chance either. They don't have a chance.
That Winchester is doing nothing.
It's like, that's not gonna cut it, man. You guys are dead. Now here's another shot I really love. This is probably like my second favorite shot, aside from that sunset one, is this Iron Giant one. So this is like really, really cool, because it totally brought me back to the cartoon.
Oh,
right when they're about to start fighting him, so they just realize what they're looking at.
Yeah.
That's why that guy's point is like, what the hell is that? Kind of thing.
This one was really tough because the scales are so not right. The two mixing together. So here I have this platform that's sitting up, probably about 4.5 feet high to have my camera above it. And and then the Iron Giant sitting down probably about 1.5 feet off the floor with another set, and then trying to get the monitor behind it to tie it all together. It was a project.
Yeah, that would be insane. I can't even imagine putting that together. Because that's the thing, I haven't really done photography in a while.
Sure.
It's hard for me to establish the setup,
right?
Like, to think about all that stuff, because before I used to do a lot of that stuff too, like what am I going to put in the foreground, what light am I going to use in the background to give them the overall shot so you can see him, and like how am I going to use this colored light to make it look like his lightsabers lighting up the clothes. All that stuff I used to think about. Now, because I haven't done it in so long, I'm a little rusty trying to put those things together, and also a little intimidated. Because I see stuff like this, even though I know we're not supposed to compare our work to other people's work, it's kind of hard not to sometimes, especially when you see like really great stuff like this, right? So,
but and that's the thing, we all have the people that drive us to do the next thing.
Yeah,
so you need to have that. Yeah, don't even if it's intimidation.
This kind of stuff is more inspirational to like, oh, I want to try to take some shots now. You know what I mean? So that's why I got that. Ended up getting that viewfinder thing I was telling you about, so I can actually go back to using my camera. So
I love that.
Going to be dusting that off very soon.
Looking forward to it.
So here we go. Here's the Muppets.
Yeah.
Is this a Super 7 line?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
These are really cool. I would even use these in the Star Wars world because they could be aliens.
Right, but they're so big. These
are they?
Yeah,
okay.
They're an offsize compared to the Star Wars guys.
Are they like in between 112?
Gosh, I want to say they're like a 5-inch maybe.
Okay,
And,
so
and
like
kind of a demented 5-inch. Yeah, it's odd. But this was inspired. I had that No Doubt song stuck in my head, and I'm like, you just can't hear that song without applying the Muppets to it, right? So I had to do the shot, and it came out good.
That's a great shot. There's even more great shots. Like here's another one. I love this shot too. Again, very simple. Just the right lighting. So you have the one lighting forward facing and the one above them as well.
And a household plant used in the backdrop.
Is that all it was?
That's it. That's what they call it, the snake plant or whatever it is. And it's and then it's using the Us and Them Pink Floyd song for the saxophone part.
Nice.
It's kind of yeah.
Perfect. Now this next shot is another one of my favorites.
Now we're mixing a little Star Wars here,
So now this is kind of like ties in Star Wars with the Muppets, with the
yes, it does.
I just love how you do the different IPs. And I'm guessing you're using the smoke machine again.
Yeah, you know what? This is using the TV monitor. That's
really?
Yeah,
wow.
Nothing in the front at all.
I really totally thought that was you using the smoke machine in this shot for sure.
That was my plan. And then I had a couple of shots on my phone that I wanted to just zap over to the monitor, and I thought,
and it worked.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, absolutely.
Great shot. So this leads us towards your other page. Now we're diving into Star Wars. Here we go. We finally made it to the other page, and we're going to be looking at some really amazing stuff. Like this is a phenomenal shot. So this is what you were talking about earlier about creating a lightsaber, using the post graphic stuff to do that. But again, what I really love too about the shots is that you create an entire set around the shots, which is really phenomenal. Like awesome.
Now, what's fun about the set is what I used for my Indiana Jones shot. And so now I have all the extra pieces. I'm like, well, I want to keep this around. It really came out nicely. So this, if you were to, kind of zoom out and see what it is, it's all the all the stuff for Indiana Jones. It's great. And also with this is that mix of the Smoke Ninja and then some post in the front.
Oh, okay. So this is what you're talking about before.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very, very cool. That came out really good.
Yep.
So here's a shot that you sent me that you wanted to talk about.
I do.
And I want to know why that you wanted to point this one out and the other one in particular.
If you have the other one, I don't know if that's next.
That's the next shot.
So the other one that we have, that was the shot. That's what was in my mind. Here it is.
Oh,
this is what I wanted. And as I kept shooting it, I just wasn't liking how the scales were matching up. It just was missing something. And so on a whim, I decided to grab the Dewback and Obi-Wan, and boom. So that shows that don't always just go for the first shot, and don't give up on what you're shooting if it doesn't feel right, because this
is a matter of changing your
perspective.
This is really a great. This is a great shot. I love both the shots. Like this one came out really good because it kind of reminds me, like with how you have the skiffs on either side. What it actually, the thought that I was thinking, the Dewback and Obi-Wan aren't really the scene that I had in mind. I was thinking about the Mandalorian when he was on top of that vehicle with those crystals in it. And those pirates are going to jump off the skiffs. That's what this scene reminded me of. I don't know why. Yeah. It has nothing to do with the Mandalorian, but
they did have skiffs in there. So no, that perfectly makes sense.
Like I was just picturing them like screaming out their language, whatever, chasing after Obi-Wan.
So fun. And this is that thing that you talk about of just about ready to hit the shutter, and the guy falls over, and the guy falls over, and then, a 15-minute shot took an hour because everybody wanted to fall over as you're
Yeah, because once you
Yeah.
set the one up, then the other
Yeah.
3 start falling down. It's like, come on, just stay
Correct.
up, man.
Yeah. Or even if you go to set it up and then you look in the camera and you set it up wrong, and he's blocking the guy behind him, so you have to go.
Or he's facing the wrong way. I'm like, oh, God.
Yep.
Then you go to turn him slightly, and then 5 of them fall down. It's like, fuckers.
But that was the thing. I would just really and this is fun. This is fine, but I think it dwarfed the ship in the background to the point where it wasn't menacing, and that's what I wanted.
Because I think what you were probably going for is like you kind of wanted this to look like it was on top of her almost.
Right. Yeah. She's in really close pursuit, and they're just right there. And if you did get it to that point, then you don't even know, and it just looks like a wall behind her.
It's like, what's that? It's like,
right. It just it made no sense.
You wanted to tell the story as to like that's the sail barge that's chasing her.
Right. I wanted that stress of the pursuit. I wanted that, and I just didn't feel it while this shot was going on.
So obviously you have the sail barge.
It's actually right here behind me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't have a single one of the HasLabs.
Oh my gosh.
I've wanted to get them, but like because I'm in Canada, it was just too pricey.
It is hard. Well, we can talk off air. I have every one of them except for the sail barge.
Oh, you bastard.
So we can talk about that.
Nice. Here's another great shot. I love this shot as well because it totally looks like it was just pulled right out of the show.
It was so fun to put together. Again, all that background now, that is all stuff that I put together using that Vallejo ground effects over some of the foam, and then real life sand on the bottom, and
nice.
It just tied together. Because when they sold the whatever you want to call that, the item that she uses to melt the stuff. Anyway, I can't get it out of my mouth. They have the way that it comes. It doesn't look natural. And so when I was finally able to take the emblem off the back and put it on real rock and move everything forward to where my eye feels it's more natural,
right?
I was thrilled. Yeah.
But yeah, that came out really, really good.
Thank you.
Nice stuff. Here's another great shot. So, but the thing is, I did something similar.
Okay.
But the thing is, I completely cheated. So what I did was I took a screenshot from the show itself, right when he's walking in, and then I erased or I masked out Mando and put in my other figure, and I just lit him up in the same way so it looks like he was standing in the doorway.
Yep.
And it wasn't even a Mandalorian; it's a completely different guy altogether. And this shot just totally reminded me of that. But the difference is, you actually built a set.
Correct.
This I could tell because you can. It's not like I can tell. It's like, oh, it's not well shot. I can tell because of the fact that everything's to the proper scale.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And this is again how far you have to stretch this image out to get it to be correct. We're looking at almost 3 feet of things spread out. To do that, and then using a nice zoom lens, macro lens to pull it back together once it's done.
That's one of the things I'm gonna have to invest in is a good macro lens.
For sure. I
don't have the best ones right now, so I can still get some great shots out of them, but
always.
I need a good macro lens I can really get in there. But nice stuff, man. I love the lighting on this as well.
Thank you.
Here's another great Mando shot. What vehicle is that?
Right, so that's from whatever that new line is that they have right now. It's a 5-inch line, and that was a lot of painting. I painted that. That is 6-7 layers of different paint to get it.
But that just looks awesome.
Oh, so fun to do. 2 days of painting, to put the shot together.
So Ian really liked that shot with the forge.
Action verse. There you go. There it is, Ian. Action verse.
Yep, he knows the line, and he also liked your forge shot as well. But that ship looks really nice. And how are those figures? Do those figures come with that?
They came with something. I don't remember what. No, they weren't the ones. So
they came with that Mando ship, right?
What did they come with? You might be right.
I know there was a Mandalorian and Grogu one where it came out with those two figures and a Grogu.
Yeah, that's this shit, but those aren't the Grogu because those are bigger. Again,
Oh,
those
I
are
see.
5-inch, right?
Also, are those the ones that maybe came with? Do you have the
G,
IG?
There you go. That's it.
That's
The
where you
IG,
got that from.
IG-12 or whatever it is.
Yeah,
So,
with the with those guys and the one that where Grogu can sit inside.
correct. Yep. No, that's exactly it. So I picked up a couple
Okay.
of those so I could have 2 Inzellans, and I think I have a third one, to be honest with
I
you.
really want those Inzellans.
Oh my God,
Do they have any
so-
articulation, or are they just like single posed?
I think they're single post.
Okay, obviously because they're so tiny.
Tiny. Oh my gosh, so tiny.
But I want them so bad so I can use them. Because what I want to do is like in my world building, I do have some Transformers in there, but I have some that are 1/18 scale. So I'm going to use them as different types of robots.
Yep.
But I also have Jetfire. I can't remember what line it was, but he's like the bigger one. And I want to be able to use that as their mech.
Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Because those guys would be the perfect size for it, but then he wouldn't be a fully sized ship. He would just be big enough for them. And that's kind of what I wanted the idea to be, is that in order for them to be menacing, they have that mech that they built.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I look forward to that. That should be fun.
But I have to find Inzellans. I can't find any because I can't find the IG-12 or whatever mark number it was, but he's not cheap.
He's dropping down, so keep your eyes open.
Okay, so you guys in the States, when you say dropping down, it's dropping down, especially like your Rosses and your Ollies. We don't have that shit up here.
I know it, man. You do have Toys R Us, though, right?
No, yeah, but Toys R Us mark up their prices. They never mark them down. They mark it up. So like a regular price figure like at any other store is usually twice the price at the Toys R Us. So because the main reason is because the guy who took over the business, he's very greedy.
Of course.
Right? His father wasn't, because when he took over the business, he became very greedy. Marked the price on everything, and he used to own a record shop.
Okay.
And he ended up running it into the ground because the prices were just astronomical. And that's what he's doing here with Toys R Us. And then he's also introducing other things that have nothing to do with toys.
Right.
Like records and like concert t-shirts. It's like, what does that have to do with toys? So he's
that's heartbreaking to hear.
Yeah.
That is heartbreaking.
So yeah, it was really sad to see that. I went in there once, and so they're closing them down. There's a few open here and there.
Sure.
But because of the fact that they're not focusing on toys, and these days toys don't sell as much as they used to.
Correct. Yeah.
Like for kids, anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, which is another sad thing, because that means there's no imagination anymore. It's all digital.
And that goes back to the photo that you showed of in the school that I set up. That's kind of my goal, is to bring that recreation. I think they just need to see it again. They need to have that in their life to go. Oh, I want to go.
I want that. I want that thing. I want to do those shots. I want to, because then it gets their imagination going. Because now they're just all zombies. They just sit in front of a screen all day and just watch one show after the other. Don't get me wrong, I do that too. But
sure, but their brains are still movable. I mean, if they could have the opportunity to see it and touch it,
they would get into it.
Yep.
Here's another great shot.
Thank you.
I can see you really like Mandalorians.
They're amazing.
They are really cool.
Camera. Yeah.
My only problem with TVC, and it's like it's a very minor gripe, is their size. I know they're sticking true to the 3.75, but they're so small compared to like Joy Toy, Acid Rain World, and I want to be able to mix the two IPs. Obviously, you can with forced perspective, or like with using software like Photoshop to fudge their scale and stuff.
Sure.
But the females are so tiny.
Tiny, yeah.
They look like teenagers. Even amongst the Star Wars figures, they look like teenagers.
They're so, but it just seems like every year when they roll out with a new character, it is 10 times better than the one from 5 years ago.
Sure.
And you're always hearing TVC guys going, "Oh, we need a new one. We need a new one." It's because Hasbro is doing so amazing with what they have coming out that you look at those old, 2005 figures, and it looks like
we need a replacement. Figure.
Yeah, absolutely. So
the only downside though with Hasbro is they're still not building stuff that we want.
Yeah,
Like finish the Bad Batch line. Finish, you know what I mean? It's like it's been years and years. Meanwhile, Black Series got 2 versions of the team, with the first season and like the third season outfits. It's like, come on, man, give us some of that.
It's funny. I have been sitting on an A-Team van that I picked up when Bad Batch first came out, and I've been wanting those figures so I could set them up coming out of the A-Team van.
Nice.
And I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
Exactly.
I got 2 guys, but I want the full set of guys popping out of that A-Team black and red van.
Yep, that'd be perfect. So can't do it.
Maybe someday.
Job along. What's up, man? You came just in time. It's a long episode, I know, guys, but thank you guys for sticking around. I'm just having so much fun. I hope those that are here and those that are watching the replay are enjoying it as well. I know some of you guys are mainly sticking around for the giveaway. So for Job along, you just joined us now. You could see going across the screen. That is the word, the hashtag wallet. That's WALLIT, all in lowercase. That is the word to enter yourself into the giveaway.
Yep.
So I don't think I saw anybody type that in the chat, or maybe I missed it. But anyways, for those guys that are there, remember hashtag wallet. If you want to win a Wolfman wall,
get your getaway for sure. Here you go.
So here's another great shot. This is another one that you had sent me, and so I can see a lot of setup has gone into this particular shot.
Yeah, there was a lot of building.
Like a lot of set building with this.
Yep.
And it's really, really, really cool.
A lot of
how that came out.
Yeah. And even with just a little bit of the embers coming through. This is all me really first trying to figure out what Photoshop was all about and how to apply it with other lighting. Right. I have that hobo light that just has such amazing sunset lighting to get that off to the side.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you're not going to get this with that 6-inch figure. There's no way you're going to get it, I hate to say it, but financially to put something together like this in that size.
True.
It's going to be tough.
And this guy, nothing gets past Ian. He's like, that's a Clone Wars speeder in the background.
Yes, it is. It totally is. And
like even though I knew that, it took me a second. Where does he see that? I'm like, it's right there. Yep. But this guy doesn't miss a beat, man.
I love it.
Good eye, buddy. But yeah, it's a great shot, and I just love. Looks like shit just went down.
Yep.
And this is the after effect of them catching up on what just happened, right?
And trying to get a feel for it.
Yeah, that's just the impression I get. But I love this shot as well.
Yeah.
Again, I haven't been disappointed with any of this, obviously, because I chose all the shots. But even like the ones I hadn't chose, I'm just saying the ones that I did choose were my favorites. But all the other ones were my second favorites.
For sure. I appreciate that. Yeah. When you asked to get a couple, I tried to grab some that were farther back in the roll that still kind of talk to me, but nobody really gets that far back.
I go right through the whole thing.
I appreciate
especially if I know someone's coming on the show, I want to see all their stuff. So you might get that one time we just get gling, 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 a whole bunch of notifications from me liking everything.
Always welcome.
That's when I'm going through the stuff. It depends. If there's a lot of lore written with them, then I have to do it in segments.
Yep.
But I usually try to go back to where I left off.
Yep.
Because that's the thing. A lot of the times we have some really great shots, but they go really far back. Like my Pirates of the Galaxy page, I haven't really posted too much on that because I mainly keep that page for when I'm posting lore stuff, like with my custom characters.
Right.
I did more of that in the past than I have recently. So there's a whole bunch of really cool characters that are way back, but no one really notices. That's why I don't get too many likes on the older stuff. They mainly stick to all the newer stuff, right? So I try not to post too much on that page, hoping that people will go back. Like I'll put one thing and then hoping that will inspire them to go and look at the other one. But we're competing with an entire world of people posting stuff. So it's kind of hard for someone to really sit down and go through every single image, right? So,
but always remember, you can go back into your feed, you can pick a picture and you can add it to go straight to the top. And you can indicate on that, hey, I got a great story back so far. Please, if you like this picture, go back and look at the story. And
I should totally do that.
Yeah,
that's totally do that.
Good way to also kind of keep your feed active a little bit more. So
that's smart. I did not even. I just thought, okay, once it's there, it's there. That's it. I did never even thought about, hey, let me kind of bring that back up to the forefront.
yeah, if you look at a lot of pages and you'll see like the first 5 pictures or whatever has that little thumbtack in it.
Yeah.
And those are ones that they brought back and they, they're trying to highlight as one of their ones or one they want to.
Because I have a few of them that I have, like, I think you can only do like 3 or 4.
Yep.
And I haven't changed those because I'm like, oh, these were my favorite shots. So I just kept those. But yeah, you're right. I should go back and pull up some of those other ones, because then it might get people to go back to the older stuff and start going through. Oh, I didn't see this character before.
Yep.
That's cool. Thanks for that piece of advice. See, guys, you learn something new every day. Awesome stuff. Here's another great shot. Getting captured.
There's more that Syndicate Customs, that droid in the background.
I was about to say that I don't think I've ever seen that in 118 Sky. I know they have it in the Black Series.
Yep. And that's why I have it there.
And I initially thought that was the Black Series one.
No, that's that custom. And again, amazing paint. I just cannot preach his work enough. It is so good. But that's one of those figures that I'm always chasing when we have the March Madness on SWTBC that they hold every year. This is one of the characters that I try to throw out there, or I try to, put the Pike Soldiers one. Those Pike Soldiers, they're Black Series, but we need them in TBC so bad.
Yeah, and when you go to those pages with the 112 guys, are like, oh, please, you guys had 40 years of stuff. You guys don't need any more. It's all about us now. It's like, no, it's all about all of us.
All of us.
You can have your 112 just as much as we can have our 118. All we're doing is suggesting to Hasbro what they should put out there. We're not complaining. We're just saying, hey, we would like to see these figures. Just like how, when someone gets someone from 112 is like, oh, I wish they had that in 112, because it's very rare that happens. But every now and again, we'll get something that they don't have, and they'll be like, oh, I want that in 112. I'm like, sure, man, that'd be cool in 112.
And I support there's a lot of guys out there in the Black Series that are like, we need more ships. We need maybe not a big monster ship, but we need some speeders. We need some guns, some cannons.
And I'm totally for it, but they also know they're not going to sell. You know what I mean? Because they're usually kind of pricey, and they're just so big. They take up so much space, right?
That's
like
true.
I can have one shelf with just like 3 or 4 ships for 118 scale. Then if I scale that up to 112, that's just one ship on that shelf now.
But even if it's a cannon or a doorway, or
they definitely need like diorama pieces or stuff like that. They definitely need more of that. I think they started doing some of that recently. Like they did the Anakin versus Obi-Wan.
Oh, that is amazing.
They did that one.
So jealous.
I think they did the Cloud City one too with Vader and Luke.
I think you're right. Yep.
I think they recently did that too. That looks awesome. I actually want to get that for 118 scale.
Right, for sure. And I'd love to see them do like a March Madness for prop stuff like that.
Yeah, that would be cool. Because there's a lot of things like, or speeders. They can make speeders. Like, why not?
Yeah, no, you're not going to get a Millennium Falcon, but there's a lot of things.
Well, you can get a speeder and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is another great shot.
Thank you.
I love this as well.
And the Gamorrean character for TBC is just, even as far back as it is old, it's a beautiful character.
Yeah, I still don't have one yet.
Oh my god, I think they're still up somewhere. I'm trying to remember where.
You can find them. I just haven't gone around. There's so many toy lines right now. I remember in the moment, it's like, oh yeah, I need to get that. Then I forget about it because I see 3 other figures from another toy line. I'm like, oh, I need that, and I get that. You know what I mean? Like totally impulsive when it comes to buying
for
figures.
Sure. I just picked up 2 Space Marines. Do I need them? No, but they were there. I needed to have them.
That's the one line I haven't been able to get into. Warhammer. Like the Marines themselves, like all the other stuff surrounding Warhammer, I love because they're all like 118 figures that I can fudge into any other IP. Yeah. But the Warhammers are just so iconic. And I don't know anything about them, so that's why I'm like, I don't want them. And they're supposed to be 118, but they don't feel like 118. But even though they're supposed to be bigger, right?
Yeah.
They're supposed to be bigger.
To me, it's like I don't know that much about them, so now my mind can go wherever I want to with it.
Right.
And so that's where I see them. And who knows, maybe they'll just sit up there on that wall forever. But
Hey,
At the
they
moment,
look
I
good.
had to have it, right? Exactly.
I still
Ian,
might
I'm
get
with you.
one or two though, because I
Yeah.
still want them in my world building. Like
Yep.
now that, like I said, I got that piece for my camera, I want to start doing more storytelling. What I
Yes.
kind of want to do in my YouTube channel is almost like motion comics.
Yep.
It's kind of what I would like to start doing, but I'll get around to that eventually. But
Yeah.
yes, your Ian's March Madness is filled with Mandalorian requests. So
Mando and Bad Batch, which seems to be the last ever.
Exactly.
I cannot wait to get the Bad Batch off the list and get him in my hand. I'll be honest.
That would be awesome.
Agreed.
So this is another great bar shot. I love how you have Maz Kanata in there. I forget that Hut's name.
Zero the Hut.
Zero. That's it. Okay. I couldn't remember.
Almost everybody hates him, but I just
liked him. I liked his style of talk. Although I thought he was a woman.
Okay.
When I thought it was a woman until I found out when they kept saying he. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yep.
I liked his style of talking, like his cadence.
Yep. He reminds me.
I loved it.
Of the Warden and Cool Hand Luke, it's the same sound, and so
Totally.
I thought he was great. But all of these characters are all question marks if people love them or don't love them. But man, I just thought they all had to be somewhere in a back corner playing some cards. So
there's always someone that knows the names of these characters.
There you go. Yep. Good old Zero.
Very, very, very cool shot that came out. Is that with the HasLab?
No, that was
Cantina?
all. No, those everything there. The bar itself. Those came with the power of the Force.
I remember.
You know what I mean?
Where they had the little section pieces with like a couple of stools.
Yep, you'd get a hammerhead, and then
so every character you bought had like a little part of the bar.
Correct. Yep. So that was before that, and there's the hammerhead back there, and even farther back, some old-fashioned 3D printed something that I just kind of threw together. I think that they were actually bar sections, but so old and outdated.
See, I told you, nothing gets past Ian. Power of the Force 2.
On it tonight, man. Good job, Ian.
He knows everything, man.
Yeah, and there's where you got the bartender with it as well. Fun stuff,
Nice.
We missed out on a lot of that stuff from back in the day.
And then he tied in a few other customs, like the Zero the Hut, and then you threw in Hondo, one of my favorite characters.
For sure. Yep.
But that came out really, really good.
Yeah, thank you.
So here's another bar shot.
Yeah,
well, it's not really a bar shot, but it is a bar shot. You know what I mean? Yep. The reason I say it's not really a bar shot is because it's not like they're not really having fun. They just want to get out of there because of the Imperials coming in.
Alpha's just kind of sitting there listening in on the conversation, trying to take advantage. And this was, again, how much can I put into a shot and still make it look good? That was
you put a lot in there. There's a lot of characters in that shot.
Yep. And
stuff.
Sitting there with the tweezers, setting up the glasses. And,
oh my gosh, I could imagine how much fun that was.
It was great fun.
But it came out really, really cool. That's actually the first thing I'm going to be building in my station is my it's called the Pink Dragon Lounge. So I finally got all the lighting for it. I'm waiting for a few other lights to put behind the bar.
Awesome.
And I bought a whole bunch of small little scaled bottles and stuff like that. I don't have cups and all that stuff, but I've been using a lot of Greeblies to do that.
Perfect.
So I'm looking forward to doing that because that lounge is run by a hut called Dira the Hut. So she runs my station. She runs the underworld in the station. So
that is so cool.
So yeah, you guys can check out my Instagram for that. You'll see some stuff for Dira the Hut and some of her minions. So here's some other great shots. Yeah. These guys are cool. So you got the new TVC.
Yep.
So I didn't know they had a TVC of the other guy. What's his name again?
Yeah, he came out. That's true, right? True.
Yes.
Yeah. He came out again a couple years back. Here's the thing of by the time they all come together, the paints are a little bit different, or the articulation is just a little bit different.
And the head sculpt's no longer like that photoreal stuff. So
correct. And again, still good looking enough. I mean, this is me getting him in the mail and running downstairs to put him in front of the camera. So who knows what's going on in the shot? I just had to get him in front of the camera.
But this looks so good though. This totally looks like this is like scenes before Rogue One happened. So before they even got onto the planet, this is what these guys were doing. This thing on the back of a hover vehicle,
So
That's
fun.
so cool. Here's another shot. So again, I try to keep stuff within
Appreciate
the
it.
same theme. So,
Yep.
but yeah, this is a really great shot. Again, for me, what I love about your shots is the setup.
Thank you.
Right
Yeah.
down to the sand underground,
Yep.
to the body that's laying there, to the background that's blurred out just enough for you to be curious as to what's back there and stuff like that.
And what
Really
you
good
don't
stuff.
see to the left and to the right is the mound of other figures that I
I can
tried and
imagine.
didn't like, and or the, and so,
That's the thing, yeah. Whenever you always want to like, I wonder what it would look like if you pulled out, and just to see what it looked like.
You see
It's
all
like,
the
oh,
frustration
what a
of
mess.
that didn't look good and that didn't fit right, and yeah, for
But
sure.
then you finally got the right combination, and you're
Yep.
happy with the final shot, which is a great one. So
Correct.
here's another
Here-
great
oh
shot.
my gosh, yep. Another one of
love
those
this
series.
one.
I just got that Obi-Wan in the mail, and I knew what I wanted to shoot the whole time I had him, and so as soon as I got him in the house, I had to put this together.
So he's Ian's asking what TVC transport that was in that other shot.
That is that's a 3D printed. That's that Mando in the first season when he's getting chased in the city right before all the Mandalorians showed up. He was laying down in that hover cart. So
the
that's a
droid,
3D
the
print of
droid
that.
cart thing.
Yeah, and you can see the droid kind of in the background. He's driving it. So that's a 3D print of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's this say next?
Next one.
Oh, the next one.
And the next
okay,
one.
sorry. This one.
Right. So that's the tank. That's the
Oh my
Rogue One
god,
tank.
dude! Like how you see?
Yeah.
See, this is how I know my vision's bad. It's like how you see a vehicle there. I see something blurred out in the background. I don't know
Right.
what it is, but
And
again,
plus you got
nothing gets
troopers
past
laying
me.
up against him. Ian is on it. Yeah. So that's that Rogue One tank.
Nice. Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, definitely Ian knows what he's talking about. I don't know how the hell he sees this shit, man.
I love
Awesome stuff, man. Especially for someone who stays up so late. It's so late for you right now, and you're seeing all that. So yeah, here he is against the 501st. Awesome stuff. So this is when they're storming the temple. So technically they're not supposed to be fighting them because that didn't happen. He came after, but
This is the one
so
when they
much
had
more
to go.
fun.
Yeah, they had to go change the message that was calling the
Oh,
Jedi's
right.
back. And so this is actually where they would have been fighting those guys because they're trying to sneak in there and do that.
Nice.
This is where they see the video of Anakin killing the young.
Oh yeah, okay.
Right before
Not
that.
the younglings.
Right?
Well, yeah, this is a great shot.
Thank you.
Here's another awesome shot.
And this is my attempt at painting. I thought it turned out pretty darn good.
That's awesome.
Those are prints from who sent the Angry Raccoon miniatures. And yeah, that a lot of time messing up, repainting, repaint.
Were those resin printed ones? Because they look so smooth. Like I don't see like print lines.
But there's texture to that, and they're very lightweight. So you would check with Angry Raccoon as far as what he used, but
right.
Really lightweight, and they come with different arms so that you can have them either holding the gun or off to the side.
Nice.
A few different options. You do have to be careful with them. They are pretty ginger and they can snap if you're not careful. But
that's the downside, right? But
right, absolutely. You have to be ginger with them. But when you have no option but to do it, I'm so glad that I have the option.
I think I'm gonna have to go and look him up now because I need those robots.
God,
and it comes to droids, I love droids, man.
Yeah.
I love droids.
And so many other things on there. So please go check out it.
So what I did was I used the T5 from KOTOR.
Yeah.
So my friend Rad Toys Galaxy, he printed a bunch of those T5s for me. I ended up starting to lob off the heads because there's no articulation in the arms and stuff, but I really loved the head design.
Yeah.
I started lobbing off the heads and using them in so many other figures. I made this one guy, and you see how your droid's eye is lit up?
Yep.
I actually drilled a hole in the eye for the T5 and put an LED in there.
That is awesome.
Like a one that changes colors, and it's like so cool. And I put it on the... I put it on the Marvel Universe. One of the Iron Man when he was fighting against. Why am I fighting on all these names? The Russian dude. Oh my god, I can't remember his name. But
Ian,
either way,
come
from
on, where are you,
from
buddy?
Iron Man, I know. Come on, Ian. From the Iron Man 2, I think it was Iron Man 2. Yeah, it was Iron Man 2,
Okay.
where the guy that he's fighting when he's racing in Monaco, the guy
Yeah.
with the whips, Whiplash. That's his name.
Okay.
Whiplash.
Well done.
So that character, he built a whole bunch of droids for Hammer Industries.
Okay.
So what I did was I used one of the bodies from that, and I combined it with the T5, and I ran wires through it.
Oh
And
man,
gave him a lit up eye, and it just looks really cool. He ends up I added like other like Greeblies on him. So
Okay.
he was like an enforcer, security robot, and he protects there was a contest for making Green Goblin a drug pusher. So in my station, he's a drug pusher, but the Green Goblin, his enforcer, was that robot.
And you have that up on your page?
Yeah, it's definitely on my page.
I'll go check it out.
You can check that out.
I love it.
And I love this shot.
All right.
The lighting in this shot is just beautiful.
Thank you. So this is really interesting. This is using the Apple. Yeah, here we are with no words today. So the iPad is sitting back right behind that, and that draws you back with the green light. And then I have some little lights that came with the Playmobil.
Right.
And so those are standing right on top, and those are the natural light from those that come on.
What?
Love
that
them.
is awesome, man.
I will send you a picture of those and the name. If you get a chance to pick those up, I think you can order them directly from Playmobil.
Oh, I have to get those.
Best lights ever. They work so well. Toys of the Way turned me on to those a few years
Because you
back.
can get them right into your shot, right? So that's what makes them so awesome.
And to be honest with you, they can actually be in the shot because they look so nice.
Yeah, because they're to scale.
Yep, it's perfect. So
nice.
There's really not much Photoshop on this at all. Almost all of this, except for the little light that's coming out of Chopper and a couple small things. All this is just natural lighting, which thrills me to know.
And that Hera came with the Ghost, right?
Correct. Yep.
Ooh. Although there is a single carded one coming out soon, so
Yep. And
I can't wait.
A little bit different look, but that looks.
I don't
really
care.
nice.
I want. Like I missed out on the other one where she's wearing the general outfit. I missed out on that. I couldn't find it anywhere. As soon as I caught on, because I kept trying Hasbro Pulse, I could never get through it. It just kept sold out. So I started looking in the aftermarket. It's like, nope, I'm not paying $80 for a Hera Syndulla, even though she looks great, but still.
That's the one that just needs to be re-released. I do miss Hasbro used to have that case of just here it comes again type of packs, and it has a bunch of stuff that they've already released. And I think it's time that they do that again. That would be great.
That's definitely one that should be re-released.
Yep. Here we go.
Here's one of your older shots that I really like as well. Again, telling an awesome story.
Yep.
This looks like just before he's about to talk to the bounty hunters. No disintegrations.
Absolutely. Again, this is I wanted to try out something on the shot, and the whole picture came out better than I thought. That's some new flooring that I had picked up, and I didn't know if it would have too much of a glare, and I thought it came out great.
Well, yeah, it came out really good. And what background is that? Is that a 3D printed piece?
It's the Mandalorian shuttle is what that 3D printed is. Yep. Or it's the one from when Luke Skywalker comes. So,
yeah.
Yep. So that's a 3D print from that. And then again, in the very background is a TV monitor with a picture of a planet or some sort.
Nice. That came out really good.
Yeah.
Really love these shots, man. Again, like one picture tells, like that whole saying, a picture tells 1,000 words kind of thing. That's exactly what I get with your shots. But really awesome.
I appreciate that. And again, it goes back with Hasbro makes give us the characters to tell the story,
that we want.
Right. I'm still waiting for Mick Mayfield to come out.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the one with the little gun on his back.
Yes, yeah.
They only have the one when he's the tank driver thing,
right?
The vehicle driver, which I still love. I use that head sculpt everywhere. So
such a great character. Yep. So hopefully someday we'll get him.
Yep. And I love how this guy's outside the cantina. I've never seen him outside the cantina. Now we have.
Nope, I'm thinking somebody just tried to rip him off, and he's chasing him out the door, trying to find him, And and he's got to have that dirty towel in his hand because that just doesn't leave it.
Doesn't leave his side.
Nope, that's his best friend.
Very cool stuff. Here's another great shot.
And here's that after story of, what would happen if we still had a couple of those Mando commandos, and if Thrawn was able to use those in his upcoming battle, right?
They wouldn't need the First Order.
No, absolutely not. So that's where my mind was going there.
Very cool. That came out really nice. Here's another great shot.
Yep.
So this is again from Mandalorian. This is what's her name's minions or her mercenaries.
Morgan Elsbeth.
Yeah, that's it. And then you can see Balin and Shin in the background.
Really cool. What's that? I think that's Merrick back there. That was because that's.
It
just come out from the mall story.
But that is so good. I love this shot, and I love how you have the green bouncing off the wall in the background.
Right? Oh, that was a fun. It was a fun setup, man. I mean, I put this together in 5 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would have been hours trying to come up with that. But that came out really good, man.
Thank you.
Here's another shot. So here's Morgan actually giving them their orders.
That's right.
That's really cool. I love how that came out. And then people are like, "Oh, why would I want a Morgan Elsbeth?" Well, this is why.
This is why you got to tell the story.
This is why. And that's the whole reason what Star Wars toys were. It's like that's why they kept creating like background characters so you could tell the story.
Yep.
Or come up with your own stories, kind of thing. But yeah, that came out really nice. I need to get more of those droids, those HK droids.
They're so great. You so many options that you can apply.
Like I have 2 of the red ones, but I don't have those other colored ones. So.
Well, and I think if I'm not mistaken, one of those I didn't know if they were going to come out with the tan one. So one of those is a paint job that I did, and then I ended up getting So I don't remember.
Stuff, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I was just like,
don't downsell your painting again, man. That's really good stuff.
Thank you. Here we go.
So here we go. Here's what you were talking about at the beginning. So I kind of brought us full circle, brought us back around to that. But that's like really awesome. I love these things. Yeah. I just can't afford them right now because like I said, I have too many things on pre-order.
Yeah.
that I couldn't. I just recently got the one with what's her name? Oh my god, brain farts. What the heck is her name? Ren.
Oh yeah. Sabine with the howler.
Sabine with the howler. Yeah, I just recently got that. So that goes to tell you how long.
What a great beast.
These. I love that thing. Really, really
right?
Cool. But I need to get a couple of these for sure.
Yeah.
I have the old one where they actually sit inside it. They don't actually sit on it like this.
Yep.
So I really need to get a couple of these because the ones that they sit inside, I actually want to convert into small little like probe droid walkers because I have this small probe droid head. Yep. I want to cut off some of it and just put that on there, so it's almost like a mini walker droid.
I would be surprised if they don't re-release these in like a clone trooper paint or
Oh, for sure, especially with the LAAT coming out.
Yep.
So they're gonna have to make a couple of these that you could throw back in it, right?
So hopefully, if not this particular one, you'll be able to get one with one of those.
It's a different logo.
But posability is just outstanding with those.
That's what I heard.
Hasbro's just stepping it up again with that stuff.
Here's another great shot. Mando and Grogu.
Yep.
Does the Grogu actually hang on him like that, or did you just put him on?
No, it comes with it. And that's kind of a little bit of a downfall on that is if you take Grogu off, there's like a little peg that sticks out of the jetpack.
I hate that.
So if you're going to do, and again, oddly, Hasbro forever was like, now we've just changed the backpacks and they're going to be something that you can swap out with every character with the same peg. For whatever reason, this is a different peg, so you can't. I know
you can't use the old one.
No, you can't. Now
the peg hole is different.
Yep.
That's when you just cut off the peg hole and put a magnet.
There it is. Right. Absolutely. Or worst case, you get a little bit of tack and put it back there. However you need to do it. Yeah.
Here's another great shot. I love this one.
I love that character.
He's a really cool looking character. I love him. Like they killed him off too easily.
Yeah, they really did.
I guess
And
they
then
didn't think it was going to be that popular, right? So
Right, and that was a great little cartoon that and I don't know if you read the book, but it's similar to how it happened in the book.
yeah, but it's just slightly different. They kind of
Slightly different,
change
right?
it up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I am a novel chaser. I go any of the Star Wars novels. I am all about it. So I was glad to see it.
If it's not on audiobook, I probably won't get it because of the fact that
Yeah.
I have a hard time reading. Text is just way too small for me these
Almost
days.
everything out there's on audiobook for Star
Pretty
Wars
much.
now.
And I also like that they add sound effects to it too.
Yes, right. Well, Mark Thompson, who reads.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah. So there you go. But I had to do this shot. The cartoon of this character was
was really good.
Yeah.
And that looks like it just was lifted right off the show.
Oh, thank you.
With the sparks and all that stuff, the fire in the background. Awesome.
Hours of do I want to use this one or do I want to use that one type of thing. So there you go.
So what's next, man? What do you have next? What's in the pipeline?
I just picked up some I don't even have the name of it. I'll have to put it in a link somewhere that some of the new plastic ship holders. So I'm going to I'd love to try to do a trench run with the Y-Wings. I have 3 Y-Wings ready to go.
That would be good.
And so that's an avenue I haven't chased too much yet, and I'd love to do it with the 3.75 figures.
Right.
So that's what I'm thinking. A lot of building, to put that together, but
I can't wait to see that. That's going to be awesome.
It'll be
all
fun.
right. For all of you guys that stuck around, thank you so much for sticking around. Totally appreciate it. But it was worth it, right? There's so I know it was a long episode, but it didn't feel long because there's just so much goodness to talk about, and I could do this all day. But I know for those of you guys that stuck around, part of the reason why you stuck around, I thank you for it, was not only because you saw awesome stuff, but it was mainly because you guys wanted a chance at this. All right, it's giveaway time. Let's find out who our lucky winner is. Let me share my screen. Let me see if I can figure this out. Share screen. Yep, that's what we want. And we're going to click on this. And I'm going to share. You guys let me know if you see it. There we go. You guys see hashtag wallet on your screen? All right, here we go, guys. We're about to look for our winner. Nice. Joey, Working Title Comics, you are our lucky winner. I'll reach out to you later on if you've already left. But I'll reach out. Normally, I would be like, nah. You're not here. You don't get to win. But I get it. It was a longer episode. Some of you guys were around dinner time. I normally wouldn't go on that long, but I just loved all the stuff that I saw that I just had to go and talk about all that stuff. So, Joey, congratulations, man. You are our winner. Thank you very much. Thank you for all you guys for sticking around. And so, yeah, it's going to be... Actually, he is here. Awesome.
Hey.
Oh, no, that's Punk Goose. But, yes, thank you for being so nice. Yes, you guys are so kind. I like it. But, yeah, Rob, it was a pleasure having you on. Thank you so much for giving up some of your day to spend some time with us, to share your amazing work. I loved what I saw. Every bit of it was amazing. I can't wait to go back. I don't think I got everything. I think I got pretty close, but I think I have to go back and catch up on the last few. And then I have to obviously keep up with the newer stuff as well. And as you guys know, with my WIP Wednesday live page, I try to, especially people who have been on the show, I try to continue to promote and share their stuff as they post things. I'm not a huge page, but I still enjoy their work. So that's why I try to showcase that stuff for everyone to see. So yeah, great stuff. Thank you all for sticking around. Thanks for sharing, Rob. Yes, I agree 100%. That's from Punk Goose.
Thanks, gentlemen. Appreciate that.
And looks like Ian's going to be exploring your page more. Ian, thank you for staying up late with us.
Yes.
I really appreciate that. It's really late out there in the
Thanks
UK,
for
so-
feeling all the holes that
I
we were
know.
having with
Yeah,
our-
I should make him my
Well done, man.
admin, man, because that guy
You
just
should, yeah.
he's just boom, boom, boom on it every
You
time.
nailed it. Thank you, Ian. Appreciate it.
But yeah, it was a pleasure, guys. Thank you so
Thanks.
much for being here, and we'll see you guys next week. Oh, before I forget. Don't forget the monthly challenge for June and July. That goes on until July 31st is your last day to submit your creation. So anywhere between 3 and 6 images or a short video of your vehicle. So the challenge is a speeder. It could be a speeder bike, speeder truck, speeder car, or a hover vehicle, hover car, hover board, or like I'm even doing a hover gurney because I saw that in Andor. So I wanted to make my own version of one of those. So I'm doing that along with a few other vehicles. So yeah, anything hover vehicles, if you have more than one, each one that you submit, you can do 3 to 6 pictures for each one of those. So I've already gotten some really cool submissions. I can't wait to see what else you guys come up with. And until then, take care, pirates.
We are pirates.